Yeah, Ozark is the fourth and final season. This is another series that I love so much. I would say, I would argue that Ozark is the best Netflix original series that they've created, and it's of course a bit of a break as well with COVID. And what they decided to do was they split the last season into two parts. So we had the first part of the last season, season four, in January. I think January around that time, and now this is the second half of this. So that's it's nice to give fans that send off. The first part was 7 episodes. This one is 7 episodes, and each episode is like 60 minutes long, or sometimes it's an hour and 5 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes. So there's a lot of work put into these shows. And Ozark, I only originally started watching Ozark because of Jason Bateman. He is in it, and of course, I love all his comedy movies. And as I said before many times on the channel, I love when a comedian tackles drama or he does something completely different. And I think at times comedic actors are better dramatically than the so-called dramatic actors, the so-called actors out there. And it starts off with this kind of it's kind of like Breaking Bad in a way. When the first trailer came out for this, it's like, oh, it's just Breaking Bad, but it's more the money side of it, and it kind of is. It's more the cartel, it's more the money side of it, more business sense of the money laundering and drug money and cartels and wars and the U.S. government and FBI and stuff like that. So, but it's very interesting. And Laura Linney's in this show as well. She is the wife of Jason Bateman's character. They get involved in this, then their family move to the Ozarks. That's basically where the show takes place, is the Ozarks. And the Ozarks looks so beautiful on this show, like some of the shots, the lakes, the just the entire scenery just looks beautiful, and I'd actually love to go visit there, even though it seems to be nothing there, only nice scenery. But yeah, it just evolves, and each season they get deeper and deeper into this. You've got families that live in the Ozark who are involved in their own kind of mini kind of drug manufacturing going on. Then it gets bigger to the cartels in Mexico crossing over, then money laundering, then the US government are involved, the FBI are involved, and they're all crossing each other over. And yeah, there's a lot to spoil in this second half of season four, which I won't obviously, but there's a lot of twists, there's a lot of turns, and yeah, it's Netflix's best show in my opinion that they've made. It's a shame that it's ending, but I think this series will get a spin-off or a prequel or something like that. I don't see them ending this universe yet. And the way that the ending of this final season, they so called it, ended, it actually, in a way, didn't feel like a series finale. It felt like a season finale. It felt like there is going to be a season 5. It felt like they could go in any direction. They could end it right now if they really wanted to, but they also left it really open where they could say, this character here, we could tell a story with this character, or we could tell a story with this character, or we could go back a little bit. And the ending, I think, the very end, I think, is going to be kind of mixed with a lot of people. It was mixed with me. I still don't know how to feel about it in a way. It's a little bit different. I wasn't expecting it whatsoever because it's supposed to be the final season. But yeah, it's still kind of sitting on me. I don't know how to think about it. But yeah, Jason Bateman, he also directs a lot of the episodes. And that's the only reason he got involved with the series. He wanted to be in it, but he said, I'll only be in it if I can direct. And he has directed a lot of the episodes. Laura Linney, a lot of the cast members direct a lot of the episodes. So that's pretty cool. And there is kind of this symbol, the Ozark logo comes up at the start of every single episode. So this is Ozark, and then there's kind of the O comes up, and there's symbols inside the O. And Jason Bateman has said that the symbols, they actually tell you, they're kind of, if you, they're kind of telling you what's going to happen in this episode, but not actually spoiling the episode for you. There's metaphors in it. There's some symbolism there as well that actually outlines this episode. So if you're kind of if you're somebody who wants to break down things, that's pretty cool to kind of have at the start of each episode. But yeah, I thought part 2 of season 4 was much better than part 1. Very on the edge of your seat, some great performances and a lot of twists and turns, but I'm still kind of 50-50 on the ending. I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't think this Ozark series is the end of it. I think there will be some sort of spin-off or a sequel or a prequel. They'll definitely do something more because it's a loved show. It's one of their biggest shows, and I don't think they're gonna just end it like this. Have you ever watched Ozark? Have you ever been interested in it?
No, I haven't seen it. I almost started it once when it was, in season 3 or 2, I think. But I have not seen it. Neither do I know about the premise. Until now, up until hearing you talking about it today, I was thinking this is some kind of an alien show where there's an alien invasion or something in their city. but yeah, it's interesting. I might watch it at some point, especially because it's recent, and if this is not the final season, maybe I'll that will motivate me even more. So yeah.
Yeah. Rokan says he loves Ozark. Great final season. So that's awesome. Eric Patterson is here. Ozark is an awesome show. I think Ozark will go on. He says. I think it will as well. I think they're. I think they'll. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and say there'll be another season because I think the show is loved and just the way it ends. And Rokan goes, I feel like this and Dodgeball are Bateman's best roles. Yeah, he's very funny in Dodgeball. He plays one of the commentators. Um, yeah, yeah, it's brilliant. I love that movie. But yeah, Ozark, I definitely recommend checking it out. If you like Breaking Bad, you'd probably like this, but it's more kind of, I don't know, it's more kind of I, I don't know if it, I wouldn't say grounded, but it's more kind of the money side of it. It's kind of a bigger, you go deeper into it. Breaking Bad, you're more kind of Walter White, you're more Jesse Pinkman, you're more kind of Gustavo Fring. Here you get to see kind of the bigger side of it all, and it's much bigger with the FBI involved, the government involved, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's and Laura Linney is her character is a character that you probably love to hate. She's such a badass. She is so kind of mean and everything that she does. She's ruthless, and yeah, she's a very interesting character. And Laura Linney is a fantastic actress, and she's just fantastic just to watch throughout this entire series. So Ozark, definitely check it out if you haven't already. And it's a pity it ended, but I don't think it will end.